Pucker Tart Lemon Squeeze comes in and says, "I'd like to solve a problem."
Hello and welcome back to Talking with Famous People. I'm your host Eric, and tonight I speak with famous person Matthew Katsu in part 3 of our conversation. At the end of tonight's show, there will be some announcements regarding forthcoming episodes to be released, additional parts 2s and 3s, and new means to access the media. Stay tuned. Talking with famous people.
I live at a very well-populated corner. People come here and they go to like bars, and I was like, I want to go bum a cigarette. You know, I don't have any cigarettes, and all my roommates are asleep. Can't bum any cigarettes, but there's all these people out there at some bar. And so I grabbed my guitar. If you have a guitar, you can kind of play a little song. And I was like, hey, you guys got any cigarettes? And they're like, no. But I sensed some conflict in the conversation when I interrupted them rudely asking for a cigarette. After they said no, I was like, well, do you have a problem that I could solve? I wouldn't have that in my arsenal of things to say if it wasn't for Pucker Tart Lemon Squeeze.
Talking. Hello, guys. It's me, Pucker Tart Lemon Squeeze. Try tartness. Talking.
And here's what's great, is right after I said it, I was like, wow, that's a ridiculous thing to say. But they were like, yes.
And did they tell you what the problem was?
Yeah. It was 3 dudes. Like, we're in a band, you know, and we've had, like, a certain amount of success, and we've been playing for, like, 10 years, and we're like, we want to, like, maybe change the name of our band. The name of our band is Brown Shoes. And I was like, okay, well, I mean, have you been playing for 10 years as Brown Shoes? Yes. Have you been, like, do you have any other bands? Like, is there anything else you're doing? Like, no, we've just been Brown Shoes for 10 years.
Did you ask them what they want to change their band name to?
No. Well, kind of. I was telling them, like, that's the name you've been going with for a long time. You gotta stick with it. Like, most band names are terrible. This band name is on the threshold of not terrible. And therefore, it's great, because there's a lot of bands with terrible names that have done well. And another dude from their band came out after a long while. And I think they'd come to a new name, and it was Colored Object.
No, look. We don't want a specific example of the set. We want the set's axiomatic rule.
Talking.
Once I learned that was the name, we were all best friends, and I told them, if that's your alternative, equally bad. But the thing about Brown Shoes is that you've been Brown Shoes for a long time.
Right, I think Brown Shoes is better than Colored Object.
It is.
Now, you see, the next name will be past participle noun, and then the name after that will be modified meaning expression. Well, okay, here's the name I've had in mind for a band for a long time. I still think it's a good name. I remember I thought of it, I was probably in my 20s. This is how long I've had this band name in my mind. But what about My Needs?
Yeah.
No, you don't like it.
I mean, it's...
But what about My Needs, Matt?
Talking.
Like...
Will you stop using like so much? It drives me crazy. I don't mind the ums. Ums are purposeful and likes are not, and here's why. Ums are a way of saying, I'm going to fill this space so you don't jump in.
Yeah.
Like is a way of saying, I don't want to actually state what I'm going to state. So I'm going to say like, or I'm going to say or whatever, or some other qualifier like that.
I'll often type likes in text when I'm just getting my thoughts out, and I'll try my best to remove them, but quit being so fucking uptight.
Yeah, alright.
Talking.
I mean, like, he gets, like, a lot of, like, Manhattan Murder Mystery, like, has a certain amount of, like people that, like, contact them under, like,
10 likes in 13 seconds. And that's literally everybody. Talking.
Keep fighting the good fight.
Not even a habit. It's hesitancy about committing to what it is you're saying. You don't want to come across as too strong. And so you qualify it. It's true.
No, it's true, but I feel like it's something bigger than you can tell a person to do.
I'm not telling you to do shit.
Yes, you are. You just told me to not say like so much.
Yeah, I did. That's true. But I didn't mean you to actually obey me. The purpose of it was to control what goes on inside your head, not what you do.
We're at 22:15.
So what are you, Time Nazi McGee or what?
Yeah.
Talking.
You were like, well, you found us. You're socially successful. I think I was saying I'm bad at socializing or something. I'm like, well, you found us.
Why do we try to live with each other? I think we'd be happier alone. Why even try to be happy? Don't bother. I'm homesick wherever I go. Maybe you're bad at being a person. It doesn't matter to me. Maybe one day I'll wish I paid attention. Or maybe I'll wish that I spent more time dreaming. Or maybe that day I'll be standing there looking, and home will be all I can see.
Her Facebook page was, don't ask to be my friend. I'm only here for apps that require Facebook logins. So even if I know you personally, I won't accept your friend request. I thought that was great.
I hate that.
I thought that was wonderful.
You think she's down with you or what?
Probably not. I'm a mess.
Are you a mess, really?
No, I'm doing okay. Figuring out what to do with their life, and I'm what? I'm 34.
Are you? Is that what you're doing? Are you still figuring that out? It seems to me you're doing the life you wanted to do.
Well, yeah, but now I'm at the point where I have to figure out what to do with that.
Well, we're doing that right now.
All right, that's fine.
I've taken on this project. You didn't know that. You didn't realize it was a project that was available for me to take on. But that's what I've done. I've decided to position myself as somebody with wisdom who tries to guide other people.
Even when I don't have self-doubt, I exude my self-doubt just in case.
I hate it because it's two things. One, it's self-defeating. And two, it's dishonest.
I would have...
Did you go on this date, or is this just a date that you've been imagining? It's not an actual date you went on, is it?
No, it was just me imagining
After this imaginary date, if you hypothetically were the imaginary girl in this imaginary date, you would have been sufficiently impressed with this strategy that you would have had sex with.
I would have bought in enough.
Talking. 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 And that brings to a close another exciting episode of Talking with Famous People. Tonight I enjoyed a third part of my conversation with Matthew Katsu. And now, as indicated, some announcements. First, the website, talkingwithfamouspeople.com, is up and running. Second, the reason I'm building this website, primarily, is so that I can coordinate and organize the media I have and disseminate it in different ways. For example, we will be sending this show out as a podcast going forward, and you can access it as a podcast in iTunes or at talkingwithfamouspeople.com/podcast. The existing format will be ongoing and unchanged. If you wish to access the media at YouTube, it's certainly available there. You can also go /videocast, and you'll see that all of the Talking with Famous People videos are embedded in a single page, for easy reference. Okay, so lastly, expect more parts 2 and parts 3 coming up. And I'm looking for new guests as well, as always. So if you or anyone you know would like to be a guest on Talking with Famous People, please contact me, host Eric, at talkingwithfamouspeople.com. That's HOSTERIC at talkingwithfamouspeople.com. Thanks so much for listening, and have a great evening. Talking with famous people.